Michael Carrick has been confirmed as the new interim boss at Manchester United after beating Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and Ruud van Nistelrooy to the post. United spoke with all three ex-players this week before deciding to go with Carrick, who has been out of a job since leaving Middlesbrough last year. Sign up for the Man United newsletter. Thank you. Michael Carrick has been confirmed as Manchester United's new interim boss, for the second time. Credit, Getty. The 44-year-old replaces Darren Fletcher, who was called in after Ruben Amorim's sacking. Credit, Getty. Amorim was binned after just over a year in charge. Credit, Alamy. The club spoke to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer about taking the roleCredit, Getty. Carrick, 44, takes over from former teammate Darren Fletcher, who oversaw 2 games in caretaker charge. Fletcher, 41, was in the dugout for the 2-1 FA Cup third-round defeat to Brighton on Sunday, as well as the 2-2 draw with Burnley in the Premier League. In the announcement, Carrick said, "Having the responsibility to lead Manchester United is an honour. I know what it takes to succeed here. My focus is now on helping the players to reach the standards that we expect at this incredible club, which we know that this group is more than capable of producing." Read more Man Utd News. I have worked with a number of the players already and have obviously continued to watch the team closely in recent years. I have total belief in their talents, dedication and ability to be successful here. There is still a lot to fight for this season. We are ready to pull everyone together and give the fans the performances that their loyal support deserves. How Carrick won 3-horse race of Man Utd legends. The former midfielder is back at Old Trafford again. By Samuel Luckhurst. Michael Carrick beat off competition from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and Ruud van Nistelrooy to take charge of Manchester United until the end of the season. United spoke to the 3 former caretakers to minimize a period of adaptation for a squad that is aiming to qualify for the Champions League. United Director of Football Jason Wilcox drew up a shortlist for an external caretaker hire after Ruben Amorim's sacking to provide United with ample time to identify their next permanent coach. Carrick has received the title of head coach, with the current regime opting against the use of the word interim, after Ralph Rangnick's interim manager title in 2021-22. United sources have reiterated that results and behaviours forced their hand in sacking Amorim after his outburst following the 1-1 draw with Leeds. Carrick was the unanimous choice due to his collaborative skills, while United figures were impressed with his knowledge of the squad. United and Carrick agreed to bring in Steve Holland, despite the former England assistant having no ties to Carrick. Holland worked with first-team coaches at Chelsea for 9 years and assisted Gareth Southgate for 8 years with the national team. United believe his experience will be hugely beneficial. Jonathan Woodgate, who assisted Carrick at Middlesbrough, has a strong relationship with the new United coach. Woodgate is the latest former Leeds United player to end up at their loathed rivals. During Solskjaer's time as manager of United, Carrick did the bulk of the coaching along with Kieran McKenna, now manager of Ipswich Town. Solskjaer's managerial style always counted against him amid United's insistence on hiring an outright coach. Senior United figures were also miffed by the campaign that was whipped up on Solskjaer's behalf. Carrick emerged as United's preferred candidate after he spoke to the club on Thursday. Wilcox added, "Michael is an excellent coach and knows exactly what it takes to win at Manchester United. He is ready to lead our talented and determined group of players for the remainder of the season as we continue to build the club towards regular and sustained success." Most read in football. Carrick's backroom staff will be Steve Holland, Jonathan Woodgate, Travis Binion, Johnny Evans, and Craig Mawson. He will return to the under-18s after stepping up to the first team over the past week. This is the second time Carrick has come to United's rescue after replacing Ole himself in 2021. The English coach was only in charge for 3 games on that occasion before Ralph Rangnick was appointed. Ruud van Nistelrooy was also spoken to credit. Getty. But Carrick, a Champions League winning player for the Red Devils, was preferred to other candidates. Credit. Action Images, Reuters. Carrick spent just under 3 years at Middlesbrough, where he led them to the playoffs in 2022-23. His reign ended at the end of last season, though, as Boro could only finish 8th after 2 losses and a draw in their final 3 games. Carrick has returned to Manchester after starting the year with mate Wayne Rooney on holiday. Johnny Evans, who joined Fletcher's backroom staff, was also with them. Best free bets and betting sign-up offers. Carrick becomes the 12th manager at United since Sir Alex Ferguson left in 2013. Only 4 of those have lasted more than 100 games. Louis van Gaal, Jose Mourinho, Solskjaer, and Erik ten Hag. United have needed 7 caretaker interims during that time, with Ole getting the full-time gig after his impressive stint in 2018 turned into something more. Ruud van Nistelrooy did the job after ten Hag and before United could get Ruben Amorim through the door. Carrick has been picked by key decision-makers Omar Berrada and Jason Wilcox, who fell out with Amorim by the end. He knows that there are a maximum of 17 games to complete, as United are set to have their shortest season in over 100 years. Starting with the Manchester Derby at Old Trafford on Saturday, Carrick has a daunting schedule ahead. It's a tough start for Carrick. United welcome their neighbours before going to Arsenal and then hosting Fulham and Tottenham in the next 3 weeks. He will become the 5th man in the United hot seat under Sir Jim Ratcliffe and Ineos Sporting Control. Ratcliffe and Company only secured their minority stake in December 2023 but has sacked 2 coaches since, including Amorim, who was cherry-picked. United have also gone through great change at board level, with Wilcox and Berrada going into Old Trafford. Christopher Vavell has a say on recruitment and Dan Ashworth has been and gone since United chased him from Newcastle. Recommended stories. This is a structure that Amorim eventually could not work under without falling out. Carrick has been drafted in keeper United ticking, much like he did in his playing days. The former midfielder is the 12th appointment made at Old Trafford since Sir Alex Ferguson retired in 2013. Credit. Getty, contributor. Jose Mourinho is one of the four since Fergie to reach 100 games, and Carrick played under him. Credit. AFP are licensors. Comments.